These are my newfound friends. This is Stephen, and this is Nancy. We've been holed up on the Melbourne to Melbourne to Melbourne to Melbourne trip. This is Albert Park in Melbourne, where Steve and Nancy and I have come to enjoy the afternoon that we have until our replacement ferry ride over to Devonport occurs. And this area is just filled with houses and buildings that have this beautiful fretwork on them, older buildings. And this whole several blocks is filled with commercial and residential areas like this. But look at the beautiful work up there, and there are many buildings that have this metal work. Beautiful stuff. My guess is that they're prohibited from doing anything that would detract from this character of these houses. These are St. Vincent Gardens, not Albert Park, which we thought it was. It's the kind of place, if you had to work in a place like Melbourne, all over in this area. Some more evidence of the big storm that we had last night out at sea that affected Melbourne itself. Big tree there, big tree up in there, knocked down. Another one over here. And we saw trees all along the ocean that had been knocked down, really big trees, beautiful trees, which is too bad. This is a pretty little park. Again, right in the midst of all these older homes and buildings, and then the surrounding blocks, even the commercial areas, are remnants of this past time. That runs through Melbourne.
That great one.
I'm surprised that most people have not done much with their upstairs porches, or we call them decks, you know? Yeah.
Train rank here, isn't it?
This is Melbourne, just before we make our second attempt to get to Devonport. Much different looking night than last night, although those clouds to some degree are ominous. And we'll be going pretty much in that direction straight out. Today or last night when we attempted to get across to the Bass Strait to Tasmania. Apparently someplace and not too terribly far from here, given that it's see, the trip is from 9 o'clock in the evening until 7 o'clock in the morning, so that's going to be 10 hours. So somewhere probably around 3 to 4 hours out, this boat, or not this boat, but the one behind it, no, that is this boat right here. We're on the one. This boat here suffered damage with water going all the way up to that top bridge, that area up at the top. In other words, it got water from waves. One person suggested that when we were going that way, we had the waves coming at us, the wind coming at us, and the waves coming at us. In fact, you can see them working on those windows now, trying to replace the windows from those lower cabins, luxury cabins. All of a sudden last night had the frightening reality of their windows being literally busted open, and the seawater coming in. But anyway, the thought was that as we were going that way towards waves that were coming at us, if the boat was diving down the side of one wave that had just passed, it could very well, its nose driven into the bottom of the wave that was coming at us, sending tons and tons of water onto that flat area there. And then as the boat started to rise up, kicking it even farther up into the bridge at the top. And presumably those two windows were blown out, and I saw another window, which I think is that one, that was blown out. And then there was some damage. In fact, maybe what we're looking at there is the arc welder working on the windows that were damaged on the bridge. So that means not only did the water get up there, but it got up there in sufficient force to destroy windows that are designed not to be destroyed. Anyway, all is much calmer tonight. My friends that I met, Nancy and Stephen, took their car and we all went for a jaunt around Melbourne, including one of the museums, art museums, which was a very nice trip. So it turned out to be a rather pleasant day. Another tanker en route somewhere. Well, first view of Tasmania, which is probably difficult to see even in this video, shooting through a window which has got fog on it. Morning, I'm having breakfast. These are little, they have like a little omelet inside of this pastry. I don't know what that is. I don't eat the pastry except the first one, just because it's too much carbo. Then have some cereal. And there's the buffet.
See what I mean? The car park is a bit.
Son.